Hello, friends. It's William here. How are you doing? Oh, and Andrew, too.
Howdy.
Hello.
Maybe close the blinds for a second. Because we can see my reflection. And turn off the air conditioner because it's going to burn.
Oh, I thought it was just for a second.
Howdy.
Hello, everybody. How are y'all doing?
I'm just popping up to hand this off.
Oh.
And I'll tell y'all who the winner is.
We've got a giveaway.
That we did over the weekend.
Yeah, Andrew was at the store. We're going to talk about all that.
So, I'm going to give you all the winner of that at the end.
At the end. So we'll take a look at the giveaway, and then Andrew's going to tell us who won at the end of the live tonight.
Yep, I got to cut up some paper.
Oh.
And pull it.
And pull the names.
Anyways, I'm going to go back downstairs.
Okie dokie.
Because this is like, I don't know what kind of floor this is. But
it's like a kindergarten floor.
I don't know, but it hurts my foot.
This is like the exact floor I think we had like in kindergarten, like a hard concrete with a little tiny carpet on top, like almost like an outdoor carpet.
Indoor, outdoor.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it makes my whenever I stand or sit,
I know you can't stand on it.
It's no good. So I'll leave y'all to it.
Okay, you jumping on downstairs?
Yeah. Okay. No, I'm gonna jump on the chat.
Oh, in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, let me open it because I have to have the air conditioner. Y'all. Yeah, y'all. I am roasting today. I am. It's like 80 some degrees here today. I don't know what happened to fall. Happy autumn solstice, by the way, or equinox, autumnal equinox. I've been a little lightheaded today. I think I've been pushing myself a lot. Let's see, Angela's here. Hello, Angela. Kimberly is here. Thank you all for being here. I'm going to jump over here to Facebook real quick while I'm hanging out and waiting for some people to join us. And do some sharing of this post because I didn't get to do that. We're running a little late today. I had to go and get some groceries and it's shared there. That's good. Let's share it to the story. Andrew's foot is still hurting him. So we are, my mom came in. So it's been a long weekend. But he was talking with my mom, and my mom gave him a new diet to look up, which is composed of a lot of smoothies and things. And so I just ran out and got some stuff to make us some smoothies for tonight. Andrew said, did you move? Yeah, I turn it so that it looks nicer. You just see the curtains. So I probably wouldn't have seen you anyway in the reflection, but just in case I bump the camera or something. Susie's here. Hello, Susie. I'm just going to share this real quick and let people know we're live because I didn't get to set up the live earlier today. I drove back in from Plymouth meeting today. And that was a 4 or 5 hour drive, something like that. So it's been a long day. Okay, all shared. Let me jump back in, get things going here, get my email up and running. Woo. Sorry, y'all. We're getting there. And it's just, okay, you didn't want to burn out the AC. No, I do not. It's roasting today. We tried having the windows open in the house, and it was nicer earlier in the day, but it just got really, really hot. More hot than I expected it was going to. And so I'm glad you drove back today and not last night. Yeah, Ava was nice enough to let me stay again another night. because she had planned to stay anyway too. So instead of driving back late last night, which I wouldn't have gotten back till probably 12 or 1 or 2 in the morning. So, and I don't really like driving at night, especially at this time. There's a lot of deer and a lot of little baby deer right now that are starting to run around and running around more. They're kind of leaving their mothers, and I see okay at night. Like, I don't think I have issues too much, but I have issues when a car comes and like the rods and cones, they don't switch so fast like they used to. So when I am in a bright light and it goes dark again, it takes a while longer for my eyes to adjust. So I always feel, not secure driving at night, especially in the autumn here when the baby deer are running around. So, yeah. So anyway, for those of you who don't know, hello Norma, thanks for joining us. For those of you who don't know, I was in Plymouth meeting with Ava. So we had Ava's trunk shows here at Allegory Gallery on Wednesday and Thursday of last week. And then Friday, we had our creative make-along. I was like, what did we do Friday? Friday was the creative make-along, and we had a good time on the creative make-along. If you missed out, you missed out on a good time. I didn't get to make anything. Andrew was working on his. Let me show you. Andrew was working on this project he's working on for to submit to some exhibitions. And some people worked on some things, and some people just hung out, and some people were organizing, and we just had, the creative make-alongs are 2 hours long. They're 7:30 to 9:30, and they always fly by. Like, the time kind of snuck up on us, and we're still like talking about things, and it's like, but I had to get ready to go, and get ready to go for the trip on Saturday morning. I left early Saturday morning to be there by 11 by the time the show opened in Plymouth meeting, which is out near Philadelphia. So I left very early Saturday morning. I got about 2.5 to 3 hours of sleep by the time I finally got things together that night, and kind of got myself wound down to the point that I felt like I could sleep. It's one thing to say you need to get to bed early. It's another thing for your body to actually do that. So I got about 2.5 to 3 hours of sleep before I got back up again and drove the 4 hours over to near Philadelphia. And then I hung out with Ava all day at the Whole Bead Show in the Greater Philadelphia Whole Bead Show. We had it at the Plymouth Meeting Mall, which was a really cool kind of thing to do, I think. There were a good number of vendors. There were gemstone vendors. There was an African vendor. There was some lampwork glass. There were silver toggles and connectors. There was a lot of different things. I spent most of the time working. Of course, I was there to work for Ava, so I spent most of the time at the booth, especially on Saturday. It was a very busy day on Saturday. Thanks to all of those of you who came out. Some of our viewers came out, and I got to see people, which was really cool. It was 11 to 8. So it was a 9-hour day on top of the 4-hour drive, on top of only about 2.5 to 3 hours of sleep. And then, of course, at the end of the night, we went and we had dinner. We ate at Honey Grow, I think was the name. They do noodles and salads, like hot noodles, noodle bowls, and salads. So I had a noodle bowl and Ava had a salad. We designed our own, and that was really good. And then we went back to the hotel and kind of chilled out for a little bit. And we went to bed pretty early compared to what I normally do. I was tired. So I think by about 11:30 or midnight, I was out, like completely like knocked out sleeping, which is rare for me. That's usually I can't even think about going to sleep at that time. And then we got up bright and early the next morning to get ready. And we went to, now I'm forgetting our friend Amy Lowe, who sometimes watches our lives here. You may see her name pop up once in a while. She recommended a place, and now I am the Biscuit Lady. It's called the Biscuit Lady, and they do biscuits, and they do biscuits and gravy. And I had we both had an egg and cheese biscuit, and I got an extra hash brown, so I put a hash brown on my egg and cheese biscuit, and it was delightful. They were nice and big biscuits. They were a little bit salty, which I like. Um, they were fluffy and crumbly and really good. So we had that for breakfast, and we each had a coffee, my decaf mocha, and then we went over to the show, and we did the show on Sunday, and that was 11 to 6. It was a slow day on Sunday. Hey, Kimberly. It was a slow day on Sunday. I think I said hi to you, Kimberly, already. If not, sorry, I missed you. I think I missed you earlier. Oh, no, you were there. My brain. So we spent the day at the show. I did look around at some of the other vendors. Andrew knew some of the vendors, and we wanted to support some of them if we could. So I got a few little things. I'm going to show you some things today that we got from some of them. We have some other things that we're going to make into like maybe little kits or use for other things. So I didn't get a lot of things from the vendors because I was mostly working. I wasn't there to shop for us. I was working for someone else. So when I'm doing that, I take that very seriously. And I wanted to make sure I was there for Ava, even if it was a slow day. And so we had a great time. Ava is an amazing person. I can't say enough good things about her. Normally when we get together, Andrew has known her for much longer than I have. And usually when we get together, they're chatting up and talking, about friends they know and times that they've had in the past. And I was a little hesitant because I didn't know how it was going to work out because I've never been one-on-one with her for that long. And I was like, what are we going to talk about? What's good? But we could not stop talking. Like it was a really good thing, and I had a really good time. She drove up to Providence today, and she, I believe, flew home today. Was the plan, and she's going to be there for a little while. She had to put her beads away for a little bit, and then she's going to be coming back next month sometime out to the East Coast. So this was kind of the last thing here for a little bit, and she's got more things planned, but that's going to be in a little bit. So it was really nice to spend that time with her. I had a great time. I am worn out though. We stayed up a little bit late last night chatting, later than I should have, and we got up very early because she had to get on the road to return her rental car and all that, and I wanted to leave at the same time as her, so we were up by like 7:30 again today, which is very early for me. If y'all know me or heard me talk about it, that's normally a time that doesn't really exist in my world. Like I'm normally passed out at that time, even whether I'm coming at it from either end. I'm not waking up at 7. I'm not going to bed at 7. Like that doesn't even exist. I'm usually in bed by 4 at the latest, and I usually sleep much longer than 7. So I got up, got on the road, made some pretty good time getting back, I think, which was good. There wasn't a lot of traffic. I hit a little bit of traffic along the way. But time kind of went by quickly. I was listening to some audiobooks. I was listening to some YouTube. I was listening to some music. I kind of switched around and kept things interesting because I was a little sleepy. So I tried to kind of keep things going for myself. And time really just kind of flew by. But I was still very tired when I got home. But it was good to get home. It was good to see Andrew and see the cats. The cats missed me a lot. Ida Bell yelled at me a little bit. She missed me, I think, a lot. Barnaby missed me, of course. Gertie, she's like, okay. Tallulah, she's like, okay. Um, I guess Gilbert missed me a lot, which he's my buddy, but he's normally not like that. But Andrew said the first day I was gone, he was hiding under the bed the whole day. Um, so he seemed to miss me quite a bit too. Um, and then Andrew was filling his time here since I wasn't at the store. Andrew had to be up at the store in Johnstown this weekend to kind of run the store. Hey, Teresa. Hey, Susan. Thanks for joining in. So Andrew was up at Allegory Gallery in Johnstown. He had a really nice day on Saturday. He had a family come in, and it sounds like they had a really good time chatting. I didn't get all the details because we've been so busy here, and I've been a little bit, I think, worn out today. I tried to lay down for a little bit right when I got back because I was really exhausted. But I've been a little lightheaded today, and I don't know why. I ate well. I've been drinking water, but I feel really kind of anytime I stand up, I get a little bit dizzy. So I don't know what's going on with that. But so I'm trying to take it easy a little bit. But yeah, but he had a good day on Saturday. And then on Sunday, my mom came up to visit him, and they had a good day chatting together and talking about different diets and healthy things and all that good stuff. So Andrew got some ideas for his diet from my mom to help his foot and help the gout, hopefully. And she's really good about looking into natural things and, food-based things, like what kind of foods are good for you for this kind of, how you're feeling or what's going on. And she researched about this one person who started this diet that she used smoothies and natural foods and actually cured herself from lupus. So, which is, it's a autoimmune disease. And so we're taking some hints from that and to see if we can kind of help Andrew get his system straightened out. And my mom had felt really good on the diet, but she was losing a little bit too much weight on the diet for her comfort. So Andrew and I are going to try it. I could stand to lose some weight. I think part of my problem being overly hot and a little bit exhausted is that I feel like I'm gaining a little bit of weight and it's not good. So I think this is going to be good for me and also probably really good for him. Andrew says, before she came in, I was listening to a book about poisonous plants. Nice. Susan says, you need rest. I plan to get some good rest tonight, I hope. We're working really hard we're still trying to do the buyout. We don't have much time. That we would have to make that decision this week to try and do some of this buyout we've been talking about. We have come up short compared to what we wanted to do, and we're on the verge. We're trying to decide if what we have is worth making the trip. Sometimes making a trip somewhere, it's going to be it's not a long distance, but it's not a super short distance either. So we have to decide if what we have to spend will be worth actually going. So we're trying to hustle here a little bit and still push a little bit more and see what happens. We've got our normal bills to pay, and we're very thankful for everyone who bought during the trunk show. That really helped. And, some of that is getting split off into what we're going to be able to do if we go. But some of it also has to cover normal every month bills, right? So we're trying hard. Susan says, drink some electrolytes. I should have gotten some Gatorade. That would have been a good idea. I got my juice water. I've drank one of these already today. I think part of it is during the weekend, I was drinking water, but I was not drinking as much as I should. So I know that's part of what's making me feel a little bit, you know, my body is pretty used to being pretty flushed out, because I do drink quite a bit of water, and I can sometimes feel when I'm not drinking as much as I should, because of my body. I don't know if you, like, maybe it's in my brain, but I feel a little polluted. Like, I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but I feel like I'm not flushing myself out as well as I should. And I can see I'm starting to break out in a few places too, and that's part of it too. Plus stress, right? We're trying to do a lot. We have the buyout we're trying to do, which is a road trip. If we can do that, I have a doctor appointment tomorrow, which I didn't get any of my tests done for my doctor appointment that I wanted to get done. So that's on my brain that I didn't get that done for them to look at. But it's my first time meeting the doctor, and before even I get into a lot of them I just want to make sure that we get along and that there's a good rapport before I go and get tons of testing done and get into things. But so that's tomorrow, and I have to do that. And then we have Andrew's birthday coming up this month. That's exciting, and that's we're hoping to be able to go on the road trip and do some of the buyout stuff for his birthday. That's kind of what he planned to want to do. So we're trying to push for that, and to kind of celebrate his birthday that way. This weekend is another cryptid festival that we're doing in Johnstown. So Andrew's pushing to create more of the paintings that we started looking at last week, and the ones that haven't sold yet will be going to the cryptid festival. We also have to plan our table for that and make sure all is ready for that. It's a lot. And I can't even think about what's happening next week. I don't even know, because I can't look that far. I just can't do it. So we got to get through this weekend. It's going to be very busy. Obviously, we will be closed in the store on Saturday and Sunday because we will be at the Masonic Lodge for the Cryptid Festival. So if you're in town, in Johnstown, we will be closed Saturday and Sunday. And of course, all this week, as much as possible, I'm trying to get shipping done and get the stuff from the trunk show on its way out to all of you out there. So, and also other stuff, just other stuff that some of y'all have. So it's a lot, and we are, it's a busy, busy, busy week. And, it's exciting. It's very exciting. I don't want it to sound like it feels like it's not a burden. I don't want it to sound like that. Sometimes my anxiety makes me say things that, it makes it sound kind of like it's a down thing. It's very exciting that we have so much going on, and we're blessed to have so much going on, and we're grateful for everything that we have going on. Getting into these festivals and being able to do them and meet people, and having the potential, chance to do some buyout stuff, and save some money on importing and tariffs and all that. These are all amazing things. Andrew's celebrating a whole nother year of life. That's an amazing thing. I especially think so. And so we are blessed to live this life. But it's been enough, like a 2 or 3 week span. It's been busy. Let's see. Teresa says, water takes the salt out of your system, so have a Gatorade. Yeah, I should have picked up a Gatorade. I don't eat a lot of salt, and I know that that's a thing that happens. So I probably need to pick up a Gatorade at some point. Probably a good idea. Let's see. Teresa says, my daughter has blood pressure issues and gets dizzy. Thankfully, my blood pressure is usually pretty good. I have not checked it today, but I have a little wrist cuff that has a little thing that we can. It's not the same. It's not like a doctor doing it, but it is pretty accurate. And I do it every once in a while just to make sure, because with my AFib, I take a blood pressure medication to keep my heart rate slower. And so, because my heart rate, my AFib issues um, is that I have rapid AFib, and it makes my heart beat very fast. It has beat out of sync once, um, but that has not happened again, thank goodness, knock on wood. But my heart does have a tendency to beat much faster than it should. So I'm on blood pressure medication to bring down my heartbeat, um, which does also add to me being tired, but has not affected negatively my blood pressure as of this moment that I know of. I do test it to try to keep it up. But thank you for the reminder, Teresa. I probably will do the testing tonight. Kimberly says, I understand what you mean by feeling polluted. Yeah, it's just not, you don't feel right? It's just like, and, we weren't eating terribly at the show or anything. We had snacks and they were pretty healthy snacks. Ava brought some grapes and some, some plain popcorn, like a little bit of salted popcorn. And I had some of that. And I had a noodle bowl, which, is pretty healthy all in all. Vegetarian noodle bowl with lots of veggies and good things in it. We did eat at Shake Shack the last night, but we had veggie burgers. And I did have onion rings and French fries. But that's not totally unusual for me every once in a while. Yeah, so I just, I still feel like I didn't, I feel like we ate pretty well. I just don't feel 100% right. Hey, Susie says, what did I miss? You missed the whole wrap up of our weekend. What's going on this week? What's happening? Sorry, Susie, you missed all that. But I had a lot of fun. It was a good time. Like I said, Ava's a great person. Very awesome to hang out with her. As many of you, I'm sure, saw on the live, like, she's super sweet. She is just like that in person too. And it was really nice to be able to hang out with her. And I'm glad that I got to do it. Usually Andrew does that kind of thing, but with his gout, he would not have been able to be at the show helping her. So it was good that I was able to help her out. And yeah, it was a good thing. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I'm missing. How are you all doing out there? How was your weekend? What have you been up to? My weekend was a complete blur, but it was a good one. Like, I have good memories from it. We had good times. What are you all up to? What are you planning to eat for dinner? We're planning to have smoothies for dinner, is what I think is the plan. Andrew made some rice and some fried rice with eggs and I think cheese. There was something in there that he made a big kind of fried rice bowl for us for lunch today. So we've had that, but I think we're going to have the smoothies for dinner to try and get started on helping him get his stuff sorted out and help. I mean, it's not gonna hurt me to eat some healthy things, and I love smoothies. So I hope we get nice big smoothies. I also bought some fruit to make fruit salads. I don't know if that's something that he can eat. I checked with my mom, and it seemed like for that it would be okay. I know fruits have a lot of sugars in them, so this diet does allow some sugars. Just he's trying to hold back a little bit on that, I think. So we'll see. But there are berries and fruits that go into the smoothies. So yeah. Teresa says, my son and I both have AFib. He had a procedure to permanently fix his heart. Yeah, AFib runs in my family. So my uncle has had it. My aunt has it pretty much permanently. And I got it once when I was under high stress and not eating well. And my heart went back into rhythm, thankfully, but it's still fast, apparently. Now, I've not come off my medication for them to test it. They don't want me to. They said I will most likely be on that my whole life unless I really fight them on it to do something about that. But the medication I can tell it makes me a little more tired, and I don't drink caffeine. So I really can get run down because it makes my heartbeat slower, and I'm not used to that. But and it's just one of the side effects of it, like a lot of blood pressure medication. But um, yeah, my uncle has suffered from it. My aunt still suffers from it. My aunt has had um, multiple times. She's had her heart um, shocked to get back into rhythm, and it doesn't hold. And she's had two different, I think, ablation surgeries, which is supposed to permanently fix it. But her um, ablation is they go in and they burn out um, where the signals in some of your whatever body, some the signals that go to the heart that tell it when to beat, and the ones that are telling it to beat wrong, they burn those out. Um, hers reform. Um, I think she's had it done twice, and both times her signals have reconnected, and her heart starts beating irregularly again. So um, she's on, like me, she's on medications to thin blood, and so the biggest issue with that can pretty much be strokes. Um, if your blood is not thinned and it beats irregularly, your blood can it pools up in the ventricles, and there's a part in one of the ventricles that it can pull up in and clot, and that's can be the scary thing. So that's why I'm on blood thinners, um, because I've not had an attack myself again. Um, I need to get an echo, I think, an echo cardiogram, something. Um, it's like I forget what they said. It's like, anyway, it's not just an ECG. It's more in depth than that to check to see if my heart has any um, valve issues. And if it does not, they are willing to put me on just aspirin instead of the full-blown blood thinners that I'm on. I worry about being on the blood thinners because if you hit your head, like it's a major deal. Um, so uh, I try, you get cut too badly, you hit your head. And I do a lot of things that I'm around things like we're around tools and metal things, and we work in the metal shop, our metal studio. If I get cut, it can be a pretty big deal. So I'm hoping to get off the blood thinners. But that's one of the tests that I haven't gotten to do for my doctor for tomorrow. So I have to do that. All in good time. All in good time. But thankfully, I've not had to have the ablation surgery or the I forget what the other one's called, where they shock your heart. Mine went back into rhythm. It just wants to go too fast. It just wants to beat really fast. And so it is what it is. But I'm glad your son had his fixed, and I'm glad that it's holding and it's doing well, Teresa. And I hope you're doing well with it, because I know it can be scary. It can be scary. Like, I was very thankful that I knew from my family history when it happened to me, I knew exactly what was going on. Like, I was still on the floor, kind of like hyperventilating a little bit because it was freaking me out. And my anxiety, is already at that point was really already at a max because I was really stressed out. But at least I knew what was going on. If I didn't have that in my family or didn't know about it, it could have been very scary. Like, you think you're having a heart attack, or you think something, it is wrong, but it's not a heart attack, at least. Andrew says, it's because I'm around you and you're just too smitten, it makes your heart race with desire. Yeah, that's why my heart beats so fast, right? Just too smitten with my husband, right? So yeah, that's what life is, and that's what's going on here for us. So I hope all of you out there are doing well. What are you having for dinner? What's going on? I don't know if I should even ask that question though, because it's going to make me want food instead of a smoothie. Actually, I don't think it is, because like I said, I feel a little polluted in my system, and I think a smoothie, it actually sounds kind of amazing right now. And it's roasting hot today. For this autumnal equinox, it is so hot. I feel like it's humid and hot. It was 83 today. I don't know what the humidity was. Let me see what it says. But I feel like it was humid and hot today. 72% humidity. Yeah, that was not great. Teresa says, I'm on Eliquis and several blood pressure meds. Yes, I am on Eliquis. That is the one I would like to come off of. Because at the moment, I have a coupon that's letting me get it for less money. But if that ever runs out, or it doesn't renew, or whatever happens, it changes and goes back up to full price, my insurance does not cover it, and it's about a $550 a month prescription. So that is definitely the one I'm trying to clear it out because of the fear of that. I don't, I also worry about getting cut, but I'm going to have to be on something probably the rest of my life, at least aspirin. But at least aspirin, they know if something happens and I had to have surgery, or if I was, heaven forbid, in an accident or something, they can coagulate you better. I don't know that Eliquis, they have something that can do that quickly. Because that's the thing people don't often think about. You're on blood thinners, but if you are in an accident, they have to be able to operate, and they can't operate if you are taking blood thinners. So they have various things that they use to recoagulate your blood quickly and to try and purge your system of the blood thinners. And I think they now have something for Eliquis that works fairly quickly. But at first, there wasn't a lot of things that I could find anywhere that said that they had something that they could use. So it's one of those things that, normally they tell you if you're going to have surgery, they give you a certain amount of time when it's planned surgery to stop taking your anticoagulants and to get ready for the surgery. But if it's an accident or something like that, you need to be able to stop that quickly sometimes, and sometimes that's hard. So that's why one of the things I'm trying to get off of Eliquis. But I'm sure they have something. I have researched it, and there is something that they have that does that. So don't listen to me, and don't be worried if you're on it, because listen to your doctor. This is not a medical channel, but I just, I would rather be off of that if I can, mostly because I cannot afford it if it goes up to the full price for me. $550 or something a month is not in the realm of affordability for us, even if it's like necessary. It'd be very difficult. Let's see here. Just put tater tot casserole in the oven, says Kimberly. That sounds so good. I love some tater tots, especially when they're salty or they have a little bit of seasoning. Ooh, and cheese, and ooh, I do love tater tot casserole. Says, but I want a chili dog. Chili dogs are good too. Susie says it's supposed to rain tonight. Is it? Oh, good. Yeah, it's supposed to start at 11. It says, I just looked here. Thunderstorms at 11 and rain all night long and all day until 7 p.m. tomorrow. So that means Andrew's going to be feeling it. He's going to be feeling it. Because usually when it changes, that's when it gets him. Kimberly said aspirin is at least under $20 a month. Yeah, right? Yeah, so that's what worries me, is the cost of some of these things. Susan says we had our is it Maybon? Is that how you pronounce it? I think, Neil. Frittata with spinach, homegrown tomatoes, and Gruyere with rosemary roasted potatoes. I made chocolate chip brownies and tea for dessert. Well, you had a feast. You had a true feast. That's awesome. Teresa says you can't take aspirin on Eliquis, only Tylenol. I know. You can't take ibuprofen either. And you really shouldn't take ibuprofen with any blood thinners. But ibuprofen is what, like most of my pain that I've had for my entire life, anytime I have something, it's muscle related. It's muscle spasms or tight muscles. Um, and Tylenol does almost absolutely nothing for me. Uh, I had a little bit of a headache this morning and I took some Tylenol and it kind of helped on the drive, which was good, but it does almost nothing for me. And I miss ibuprofen. I will say that. I really miss being able to use ibuprofen. Um, so, yeah, but you can't take it on Eliquis. For a while, I was taking just one every once in a while, and I had a few days where I was taking like one ibuprofen a day. I was like, this hopefully won't hurt me. And then I cut myself a little bit, just a little bit, and the bleeding was much, 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 much worse than when I had just cut myself just on the Eliquis. So it really did thin me out very quickly, extra. So I stopped that. Susan says, yes, it was awesome. It's good. It's good. I'm looking forward to smoothies tonight. I'm looking forward to some rest tonight. I probably look tired. I feel like I look tired. I'm trying not to look tired, but I feel like I look tired. I'm not really tired. I'm a little exhausted, but I could use some good sleep tonight. That's the plan. Is to try to go to bed early, have our smoothies, get some rest, and try to get to bed a little early tonight. Hello, Suzanne and Sandra. You both joining in at the same time. Thank you for joining us here tonight. So we're going to do some things from our collection. We're going to do some new things from the show that I brought back. We have a little bit of mix and match. I don't know what everyone's going to like or do. I don't know how many lots. We might do 30 lots tonight. I might not do a full 40. We'll see. Andrew's working on some paintings, so that might help us round out, depending on if he gets them done. He works on them in piecemeal. He does a little bit on one here and then moves to another one, because it's a layering process for his paintings. So he'll do like one layer across 10 paintings, and then he starts the next layering across those 10 paintings. And so they're always in various stages of being finished or being worked on. So I don't know if he's going to have new ones tonight. He's trying. He's trying to have some new ones tonight. I think what I might do is review the ones from before for those of you. I think we have some people who did not see. Let me know if I'm right. Are there people out there watching now who have not seen his newest paintings last week? Anybody missed that? Because if you missed that, I might review the ones that he did have. I don't think I still have the numbering system with them, but I do have them available just to look at. So we'll look at those real quick. I'm going to have some stuff. I think I still have some stuff from Harry tonight to show y'all. Harry sent a nice package to us the other day, and I didn't get through everything, so I think I'm going to supplement some stuff tonight with some of that. So hopefully you'll enjoy that. Suzanne says, anyone have tips or suggestions on a charm necklace? Like, how many is too much? That's a good question. I think there's I don't think you can have too much. That's I think you can go wild with it if you really want to. I think there's a place where it becomes awkward. Like you have enough, you have so many, like you have a small amount of them, and then maybe you put more on and it just doesn't seem quite right. But then if you keep adding even more, then you really fill it up, and then it's like this really bulky, charmy, wonderful thing. But I think there is I'll see what other people think too. So everybody, let Suzanne know what you think. Suzanne brought me a sock, or Cinnamon. Suzanne brought me a sock. Suzanne said Cinnamon brought me a sock. That's super cute. Maybe Cinnamon missed me too this weekend. I know my cats did. Suzanne says, I saw one with 52 and that was busy. I think busy can be good, in my opinion. You're not going to see all the charms though. You're not. They're going to become more of a kind of one element thing instead of 52 separate elements, right? Um, so I think it depends what you want to do with it. Um, Susan says, Suzanne, no hard and fast rules with charm necklaces, whatever seems both comfortable and works design-wise. Um, yeah, I think you either, I don't know, it depends how long, like I did one, I have the one that I made that has a few of my favorite things on it. And there are a few charms on it. It's long though. It has a pendant on it, and it's chain. And I put a few things in between the chain, like I cut the chain apart and put some things. I don't have that necklace here, where I'd show you what I mean. But I spliced the chain with I think there's an amber donut in there, and there's a bone bead in there that I spliced the chain with. And then I did dangle things from it, but I think I only dangled like 4 charms from it. So I put two on each side. I have the pendant down at the end, and then I have the splice things. There are like maybe 3 to 4 splice things total on it. And for me, that felt good. You can see everything. It's not like when I wear it, people often point out 1 or 2 things on it that they really kind of like or want to know more about. It gives people kind of a visual break. Like there's not so much that they don't see really anything. And that's what I mean. If you put a lot of it on, especially if you have a shorter one, you have a lot of the charms on, it is just the visual element, is just the mess of charms, right? You're not looking at the individual charms anymore. And I wanted to highlight the individual things because mine was kind of a necklace of things that I liked, and I wanted those things to, be seen. I don't know if that helps at all. I design by feel a lot, and so I try things, and if it feels good and I feel like when I put it on, it's doing what I think it should do. So it's really hard for me to kind of explain my method because it is by feeling. But Suzanne says, I understand your thoughts. Thanks. Hopefully, yeah, that's good. I hope it helps. I don't know. I know that's kind of a non-answer answer, um, and I know that, and I'm sorry about that, but that's what I can say. That's how I do it. I would either put like tons of them so that they're their own element. They turn into like a different thing. They're not charms anymore. They are just a design element. Or, I mean, it depends how long it is, but like 6 to 8 probably with a pendant for a long thing. I wouldn't do much more than that. That's me, but everyone's different. Um, so yeah. Anybody else? Anybody else? What are y'all working on? Anybody have any projects they have going on right now? Um, I have a few projects that I'm trying to finish up from some things that we've done over the various creative make-alongs. Andrew says, go ahead and show the giveaway. Now? I thought we were waiting until the end for that. I guess Andrew's pulled the name for the giveaway winner. I'm going to show the giveaway. I don't know if he's going to give me the name of the winner yet until the end. He told me to wait until the end, y'all, but let's take a look. Andrew says, you'd be talking about going to bed early. I know, but I'm not going to. That doesn't mean until after the live. I'm not going to fall asleep here on the live, I hope. I hope I'm not going to fall asleep on the live. I do feel lightheaded, so who knows? If I pass out, just let me sleep, y'all, right? Let's see here. Let's stand up slowly. Get my light over here. I think Susan had mentioned that she may not have seen the paintings. Sorry, y'all. I think I'm back. I accidentally... This is a very, hopefully I'm back. Hopefully it didn't restart a whole new thing. Am I still there with y'all? Let me know in the comments. Oh, Amanda just joined in, so I must still be out there. Susan says, I see you. Good. Suzanne says, yes, good. Sorry. I was scrolling through the comments, and if you scroll a little too hard, you know how you pull down on your phone to refresh the browser? Well, it refreshed the browser. So, there you go. That's what happened. Andrew says, do the paintings at the end. Okay, we'll do the paintings at the end. Susan says, I have a few projects that I've been rolling around in my head, just need to start working on them. That's the thing, right? Getting started. That's a hard thing for me. Teresa said, our company of Sea Glass Jewelry is adding a new line of abalone jewelry. Nice. That's going to be a nice addition. People are going to love that. The people who do your sea glass designs. It's going to be a really good combination, I bet. You'll do great with it, I think. Susie says, do you want me to get you a Gatorade? I can run out of sheets. I really appreciate that, but that's okay. Thank you. I will be okay. I am sure I'll be okay. I might have some like Pedialyte and stuff in the fridge anyway, so, but I appreciate that. Thank you. Sandra's working on 3 custom orders and 1 regular order, so that is good news. That's awesome news. Congratulations. Getting custom orders is not an easy thing, and you are rocking it lately. So, congratulations. Good job. Okay, let me get this. I'm sitting here chatting, and I should be showing you. So this is the giveaway. Andrew put up a giveaway from the store this weekend. So it started with this fire polish checks, and then he put in a strand of this beautiful check glass, these check glass leaves. This is so nice for the autumnal equinox, right? So nice. Last year on the autumnal equinox, I think Andrew was away. I don't remember where he was, but he was gone. And I spent my morning, I think it was a Friday or a Saturday. Could have been a Sunday too. I was at the store, I know that. But before I went to the store, I went out to Flat Rock at Lynn Run Park. And I went out and I collected some leaves and I collected some stones and took pictures of some mushrooms and things. And I sat out on the rock and I meditated out on the rock and kind of just spent, I actually got up early that morning and spent an early morning in the park. And then I went to the store and I made some jewelry, some earrings out of carnelian, which is very grounding, along with amber and tiger eye. And so this autumnal equinox did not lend itself to me doing that. I was up very early. I was going to stop at one of the parks on the way home, but I just kind of wanted to get home. So I didn't do that. But I didn't quite have the same experience this year as I did last year. Suzanne says, I remember that. Yeah, that was nice. You get these 2 Lucerna bicone strands in this giveaway. Then these flower check glass strand, and then this check glass strand, these little plumpy ovals, and then some vintage lucite, nice big pendant size lucite, although some people would be perfectly fine using these for earrings because they're super light. Kimberly says, that is a neat leaf strand. I know, right? Super nice. That's an oldie but goodie. We've had that one a while. And then he put some of these Twisted Bugles in this giveaway. And another pack of Twisted Bugles. So you got both of those colors. Suzanne says, some people is me. Great earrings. I know, right? Yeah, I don't think they'd be too heavy for a lot of people. A lot of people would not have any problem with the weight on those. They would be really funky, fun earrings. All of this stuff we also sell in the store. So if you do see something you like, let me know. Send me an email, and you can buy it if you don't win it. This is the Flower of Life pendant that Andrew created, and it's our wooden pendant. We laser etch these. So you get that in this. And then this is one of Andrew's ACEO card artworks with this Phoenix Rising. And this was when Andrew was doing the ACEO cards every month. He was doing one of these. And this is from 2023. So we still have one of those. And he has included that in this giveaway. So in order to have won this giveaway, he posted it on the Allegory Gallery page, and all you had to do, it was for our 14th anniversary celebration still, you just had to comment with your favorite Allegory Gallery memory, and if you were new to us, you could just tell us what your favorite item on their website is. And Andrew is going to randomly select a winner from the people who commented there. So it was really easy to get an entry in to win all this. I don't know what this is valued at. I didn't add it all up. I don't know if Andrew did, but that's like $11. This is 10. I don't know how much these are. This is $6. These are about $4. This is, I think, $8, maybe $5, depending on where we got it, which bin it was in, which tray it was in. Yeah, this is a good, yeah. Andrew's like, don't worry about it. He's like, William, don't add it up. It's a good giveaway. I think these are 23 or 24, something like that. Each one of these is between $3 to $8 probably. I know these, yeah. So it's a good giveaway, y'all. So Andrew put this together and took a picture and allowed you to enter to win. So I don't know if he's going to tell me now. You still wait until the end, Andrew? Or are we just doing the paintings at the end? We're going to wait to give the name at the end? What are you doing? What are we doing? Let me know. I don't know what's happening. Andrew's in the comments. He's downstairs working on paintings and stuff. I'm going to take a drink. I'm getting thirsty. What do y'all think of the giveaway? Did you enter? Did y'all enter? Wait until the end to announce the winner. Do you want to give anybody who didn't enter the chance to enter, or is it too late, Andrew? Is it too late? Can anybody sneak in if they didn't enter already? I don't know if there's anyone watching who didn't enter. I see a lot of names from our live here, but I see a lot of names from our live who aren't here yet. So, Kimberly says, I entered, love it. Suzanne says, nice giveaway, and yes, she likes it. Good. Yeah, so that's that. Let me bag this back up. So Andrew says, you can enter still, but I already started making slips. Okay, if you want to enter, get your entry in quick, y'all. Go to the Allegory Gallery Facebook page and scroll down about 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 posts, and you'll see the picture of this up there. All you got to do is comment on your favorite Allegory Gallery memory, or if you're brand new to us and you have no memories with us, which is sad. You have to make memories with us, y'all. Then you can tell us what your favorite item on our website is. Just go to allegorygallery.com, find one of your favorite things, and post it there. All right, that's a chance to win. You don't have much time to enter that, though. Andrew's making slips already. If you do enter, Let us know in the comments of this video so I can let Andrew know to go check for your name over there. You gotta verify you did, and then we'll make a slip for you. And then at the end of this video, we're going to announce the winner. Andrew says, "Oh, I found some of the Monique. I thought we had sold it all, but it was under a bunch of stuff." Oh, good. That's good. I like that. I like that. Okay. Sometimes things get buried. I feel like my ear pressure is off today. You ever get like that? I drove over mountains today. I kept seeing like, you're at the summit, and it's like, I don't know what this. It was 2,900 feet, something like. Is that big? I don't know. I think that's big around here. 2,900 feet. I think it's the summit that I was at today, and then I hit another one. So it was like constantly going up and down, up and down, up and down. Suzanne says, Andrew, I worked on a strand this weekend. A strand of Monique, nice. Andrew says, I also refrained from rearranging the store. That's probably good. I was wondering, I was joking with Ava because you had kept talking about how you were going to start a project in the store and leave it for me. And I said, oh boy, I wonder what I'm going to come back to. And then I was like, but I only have one day this weekend to fix it. I only have Friday to finish it, because we're going to be at the cryptid show on Saturday and Sunday. So I'm glad you refrained from doing too much rearranging. Said I did rework some of the seed beads. Good, they probably needed it. Amanda says one of my ears is plugged. I feel like both of my ears are plugged. Like I need to like hold my nose and blow out my ears, but I know that's not the thing to do. But I feel very nasally and very sinusy right now. Andrew says, I might watch the shop while you work the show. Oh, really? I was just telling everyone we're going to be closed. So you might do that, maybe? You don't want to be at the show with me? The show would be hard for you to do, probably, huh? It'd probably be hard for you to be at the show. And I don't mind doing the shows. I like doing shows. I had a really good time with Ava. I enjoy talking to people and, meeting people and hearing about the projects they're working on. I met people this weekend who were, this one girl, she just graduated college with her degree in printmaking, and she wants to start her own print design company for fabrics and really start her own clothing line with them. And then she wants to then move into furniture and designing furniture with her fabrics. So that was really cool. Like I just met such amazing, interesting people. And saw some friends. Like I said, I saw Terry, I saw Amy. It was really nice. Andrew just put something on the screen. Okay, let me start. It says we'll divide and conquer. Let me get a lot number. What can I do for these lots tonight? N. How about NJT? I don't think I've ever done NJT. Oh, somebody just commented on that post. Thank you so much. NJT1. Oh, of course my camera's going to flip now, right? Let's try and flip that back. NJT1. And let's see. What do I got for y'all? Andrew says, otherwise it's a podcast. I know. Okay. We have this beautiful strand of carved jade. I'm going to do this. Normally we would do about 16 on this. I'm going to do it for 12. Beautiful strand. I think this is 12 millimeters. 12 millimeter carved jade. Beautiful. This is kind of in a black color. So we have NJT1, $12 for the strand. This is believe a 16-inch strand. Yep, 16-inch strand. One of them available. Just the one. Let me move my email over to the right screen here. Get things going. Okay. Stunning carved jade, says Susan. Isn't it? Really beautiful. I love these. So, Andrew said, I used to hoard this pretty hard when it first came out. Yeah, it's so beautiful. Now, I just sold NJT1. Thank you so much. NJT2, I also have it in another color. NJT2 is in this beautiful kind of yellow-green color. Oh, NJT1 just tried to sell again. Sorry, I do only have the one, but I have this one. This is my kind of color right here. It also goes really well with the black. So if you got the black and you want one of these two, it's a really good deal, I think, on these. Andrew mixed it with fossilized palm wood and shell spacers. Ooh, nice. We're going to have some shell coming up for you in a little bit, so that might be an idea for y'all. NJT2, 12 millimeter again, this time in that kind of green, yellow color, limey color. Really pretty. And then I have one more strand of it, but only one of each, in this deep kind of mahogany red color. Oh, we just sold NJT2. Thank you so much. And then we have this deep kind of mahogany red, which I, of course, love because I love red. Red and green, those two favorites, but how can you go wrong also with the black? I mean, they all kind of blend together. So there we go. NJT1, NJT2, NJT3. 1 and 2 are sold. This is the thing, I don't have bags. Let me see if I can make some bags. I have some things I can take out of some other bags, I think. We use so many bags with Ava, and I don't have bags here at the house. I need to get some bags in. Oops, NJT2 just tried to sell again, although that person claimed NJT2, but I think you meant NJT3, maybe? Yes. All right. Just got that email. Thank you so much. Let me delete the other one. Okay. So all of these have sold. Thank you so much. That's a nice start to the day. Teresa says, will you have any more dishes tonight? I'm going to have dishes by Harry. I'm not going to have dishes by me. So I don't know what kind of dishes you want, but we've got some beautiful things from Harry coming soon tonight. My dishes are on a hold because I wasn't in class last week with Ava being here. I will probably have dishes coming in another 2 weeks, maybe. I gotta make some more. I wish I had glazes here at the house that I could work more with, because then I could bring stuff home and glaze at home and take them into my class instead of just doing them all there all the time. But I don't really have the right glazes here. I do have some glazes here that Andrew's got for me, but I don't have the ones that he says they're hard glazes. They're not the ones that I need, though. They're not the ones that I need for what I'm doing. Okay. This is a really pretty strand of Morganite. I'm giving you a really good price on this. This is a beautiful strand of Morganite. $22. Look at the colors in this. These are Morganite tumbled pebbles. $22 only for these large tumbled pebbles. This is about 11.5 by 18 millimeter pebbles. This is a 16-inch strand of morganite, NJT4. Somebody jump on that, because I think it's a beautiful quality strand. Really pretty. Really pretty. Look at that green. Really pretty colors. Those purples, those greens and pinks. Morganite. Look at that one. It's almost like a tealy blue. I just love all the colors in that. NJT for $22 for the strand. One strand only available. What do you think of that strand, everybody? Andrew says, uh-huh. Well, I have a very, my dishes have, I need celadons. And I do not think that we have a lot of celadons. And I know that we don't have engobe here. My teacher might let me steal the engobe, one of the little bottles of engobe, because I'm the only person that really uses it. So I could decorate probably some of them here. We'll see. We'll see. Next up, NJT 5 was 32, bringing it down to 24. This is a green garnet. Am I right on that, Andrew? Green garnet? I think that's what I should have written that down. Andrew says we can make pretty much anything. What do you mean make anything? We can't make things to put in her kiln if we're not gonna. Gotta make sure that she will allow me to put them in the kiln. This is one of those things. Andrew and I were going back and forth on this. This is, I think, we've agreed, we think it's green garnet, but there's also some very pre-night looking pieces in here. Like there's a lot of the either black tourmaline or green tourmaline, tourmalinated. It's a stunning strand. Just look at it. And we kind of decided it was green garnet, but the more you look at it, it's like it feels like it's a mix of multiple things. Andrew says it could be pre-night, but it could be green tourmaline in quartz. Yeah, it's I don't know. It kind of looks like green tourmaline in quartz, and if it is, that price is probably way too low for this. But because it does look like green tourmaline more than black. What is it? Epidote. It's super pretty. Whatever it is, I'm keeping the price, $24 if you like it. Anybody got a guess as to what it is? It kind of looks like green tourmaline in quartz, but it probably should be more. Definitely should be. Taking it down to 24 was really probably, should have taken it down to 32. But it's a stunning strand, so you're not going to go wrong with it. I love it. Like, I thought about keeping it because I think just making a really chunky bracelet out of it, or a few of them, would be super cool. But imagine these as earrings, super cool too. Or just mixed in on a necklace, just a little bit here and there, maybe with some more neutral beads around it. Really fun. Really pretty. And JT5. Sorry, I wish I could tell you exactly what it was, but sometimes we have to do our best guesses on things when we get them vintage. NJT6. This is a strand of beautiful pearls. Look at these pearls. Very similar in size and shape. Was $24, bringing it down to $16 for you all. Beautiful little pearls. Very pretty strand. Only one available. And these are approximately about 7mm pearls. A lot of times the vintage pearls are 7mm. And I don't know if these are fully vintage, these ones, but it is a 16-inch strand. Look at that color. And those have just sold. Thank you so much. Take those off the board. Nobody's grabbing 4 or 5 yet? No? Nobody wants them yet? Gonna see what else we have first. I understand. I understand. NJT7. NJT7. Now I got some stuff from Ava. More, you ask? Yes, I got a few more. A few more things from Ava. I have 2 of these. I got these fun elephants. I saw them, and at the very end, as we were cleaning up and packing up, and I was like, these are too fun not to share. So I've got 2 elephants here. They are only $4.25 each, and I've got 2 of them. So they're flat on the back, but they're in the lucite, and they're super fun, and they look like they're frolicking and having a good time, and that's what made me just love them. So NJT7, $4.25. There's a loop here. They hang kind of like this, which is kind of cool. It looks like they're jumping and landing, and they're super fun. These are approximately about 2¼ inches by about 1¼ inch. Like Dumbo, says Andrew, right? They're just fun. I got them because they're very whimsical. Look at their little faces. Their mouths are open. Their trunks are all askew, jumping in the air. Cameron says, they remind me of the elephants that were in Dumbo's drunken hallucination. I know, right? They're just fun. They are fun. Although I think those elephants weren't very nice, right? These are nice elephants. They're happy. They are happy elephants. So 2 of those available if anybody likes those. I think they're very whimsical and fun. NJT8. Now, a lot of you asked me to bring back the scarabs. So I did. They are cabochons, but some of you love cabochons. I'm going to do the pink ones first. I think I got 6 of each color only. And the scarabs, they are $2 each, and there are only 6 of the pink available. These are a glass carved scarab. There is some sort of, it looks like a signature on the bottom. You can see it better on the green ones, I'll show you. But these are the pink scarabs. They are cabochons. There are no holes drilled in these, but there are 6 of them available, and they are $2 each. I've just sold the 2 elefantes. Thank you so much. Put those away. Andrew says the stylized inscription. These are made for Egyptian revival. Okay. See, Andrew knows. This is what it is. Or this way, I'm not sure. You can see it better on the green. Andrew says the originals were burned with the heart. We've just sold 2 of those so far. Thank you so much. There are 4 of them still left. Let me get the green ones up here for y'all. Suzanne says, Andrew, what revival? Egypt is always in style, right? And JT9, $2 each, 6 of them available. And these are the green ones. I love both colors. So this is the pink, and these are the green. I love scarabs. The greens have a little bit of kind of almost chatoyance to them or pearlescence to them in the glass. It's hard to see on camera. They have a little bit of a kind of almost shampoo-y, I guess shampoo-y effect to them. The pinks are a little bit more of a clear glass. So that's NJT 9. And then people like the fish. So I brought back some fish. And I don't think any of these strands are the same as one another. They all have different fish on them. So I'm just going to put them all up, and it'll be a random selection that we make for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6 strands. It's all that Ava had. I love them so much, I just got them all. I couldn't put them away. They're only $5.50 a strand. Let's see. Andrew says, when they die, Anubis would weigh the heart against a feather, and if it weighed more, they'd throw you to the eater of the dead, which was like a crocodile god. Andrew said this is where light-hearted comes from. Basically, the inscription is instructions to devour the heart if it is on the heavier side. So basically, scarab insurance. Right? All right, NJT10. Susie's asking what's NJT5. Good question, Susie. We are unsure. Could be pre-night, but we're leaning toward possibly green tourmalinated green quartz. Because the tourmalination, it looks like tourmalination, it looks like green tourmaline in there in a green quartz. Could also be green garnet, but with the browns and the greens. But I think it's green tourmalinated green quartz. Could be pre-night. Also, it's one of those things. Unsure. Wish we could be completely clear. We cannot, unfortunately. NJT 5, $24. NJT 8, $2 each for the scarabs. NJT 9, $2 for the green scarabs. NJT 10, which I've not really shown you much yet, are these awesome, cute as can be fish. 4 beads. They're vintage Indian lamp work. They're $5.50 a strand. Your strand may look like this. It may look like this. It may look like this. Or this. Or this. Or this. I thought these were so cute. I just got them all. Because if somebody doesn't want these, I'm going to make cute little asymmetrical earrings out of these fish. and hopefully sell the heck out of them. Can you imagine having that, like an earring like that on each side? One going one way, one going the other, in different colors. So cute. And you can sell a pair of earrings for a lot more than $5.50. So you can get 2 pair of earrings out of each one, sell the earrings for like 18 bucks a piece. Who's not going to grab some cute little fishy earrings for 18 bucks? Maybe 12 bucks, maybe 15 bucks, maybe 25 bucks. Who knows? But super dang cute. Also, would this not be awesome to put to get like a chain necklace, right? And to just not wire wrap, but make a bell with a head pin and hang these from a chain necklace, and maybe get 2 strands and hang 8 of them like little charms off of a chain necklace. Just a piece of chain, that's all you need. And hang them right down from the piece of chain on the neck, and that would be super dang cute, I think. All these little googly eye fish looking at you. So adorable. Kimberly believes it looks more like Prenite in Matrix. Prenite can have tourmaline and epidote inclusions. Yeah, so it could be that. Could very well be that. I just usually don't see it with like green tourmaline. I don't know. Maybe you know more. The tourmaline looks green in there. The inclusions, they look green, like green tourmaline. And usually we see that in green tourmaline with green quartz, but I'm not saying that it's not. Like, there's definitely some black in there too. So who knows? We don't know for sure. Andrew says, but mummies were used in paint and medicine. The Egyptian revival was a way to make Egyptian-inspired jewelry that fed that craze. So we've just sold 3 strands of the fish. I've got 3 still available. Andrew says it looks like Prenite with Matrix and green tourmaline. So there you go. That's Andrew's final say tonight. We started off as possibly green garnet, looking at it not under the lights like this. Now he's on to Prenite with Matrix and green tourmaline. Whatever it is still available. And it is so beautiful. The color in it, the vibrancy of the stones, it's a really beautiful strand. Okay. Well, it doesn't help that I'm not letting the fish on the screen, does it? I didn't even realize that. Sorry, y'all. Oh, sometimes. I told you, I'm worn out today. There they are. Fishies. Now you can see them. All right. So, in that case, let me take away the Morganite, because it is still available. $22 only. Beautiful Morganite strand. That is some beautiful color. Sometimes Morganite is very, very pale to the point where you almost don't see a lot of color. This is a really nice strand. Andrew says, ground mummy was made into brown paint called Caput Mortuum, or Mummy Brown. Fishies are so cute, says Susan. Aren't they? There's still 3 strands available. Don't miss out. That's it. They're vintage. Ava didn't have any more, at least not with her. I don't know if she's got any more hiding anywhere else, but that's it. I got them all because I love them so much. I thought you all would too, so I wanted to get them for you. Andrew says, yes, do not store Morganite in direct sunlight. It's a barrel and it will get bleached, just like your other barrels, aquamarine. Why did I just lose? Anyway, I just blanked on the one that I was trying to think of, and now I'm focused on it. Sorry. Kunzite, right? Kunzite. That's what I'm thinking of. All right, I'm gonna put that one away. I'm gonna move these over. We just sold another one of the 10s. That's the fishies. Thank you so much. I think we're sold to 4 of those sold, so we've only got 2 left. 4 fishy strands. There's 4 fish on a strand. We have sold 4 of the 6. There are 2 still available. You will get a random. I'll pick you a random one. Andrew knew what I was talking about, the Kunzite. Yes, thank you. All right, NJT11. Let's move on. Been talking enough. I need to get some rest. What am I doing? Okay. I have some strands of horn, I'm sorry, horn. And I picked these from a vendor at the show because I thought they were so pretty. So I'm going to do these at $2 a pair. And I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pairs. I wanted to price these a little higher. Andrew was like, just do it at $2 and give everybody a good deal. Because this is some beautiful horn. And it's this beautiful red color. Look how glowy they are. I wanted to sell these for $2 each, to be 100% honest with y'all, because I think they're worth it. But Andrew's like, no, let's do a really good deal. And so we're doing them $2 for a pair. And this is the first shape we've got. And this beautiful red horn. And I love them. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy for thinking they should be more than this. I don't think so, because look at them glow under the light, and they're super light, super beautiful. Only $2 a pair. I think Andrew went a little wild on this low price. But we'll see if we sell out or not. But they are stunningly beautiful horn. I love this shape. But I've got some other shapes, so I'm going to show you that. We've sold one of these so far. Thank you so much. I think this next one coming up is one of my very favorite shapes that I got in this. Suzanne says it's exceptional, isn't it? So pretty. Oh no, I want to hit the floor. Let me go get that. Like, where do you see horn like this? So beautiful. I hand-picked these. Look at this pill shape. And NJT12, again, $2 a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there's only 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only 5 pairs of this one. Shirley says, do I email to purchase? Yes. Sorry, I didn't put my banner up today to let y'all know how to purchase. Email to info@allegorygallery.com. Put the lot number in the subject line of the email and send it to us. info@allegorygallery.com. It's now scrolling down here, and it's also up here, if you can see them. I know some screens are small. Some of that wording is very small too. But these, look at this pill shape or lozenge shape. Look at that. Look at it glow, how that horn glows under some of this light. Like, just so beautiful when it catches the light. And we've just sold one of these so far. We have 4 of these left. We've only got 5 of this one in that shape. And this is very pretty. I know, I wanted to sell these for more, y'all. You're getting a deal tonight. Because if I take these and just put, like, just take a gold spacer. Let me see, do I have one here? I do. Let's see, what do I got? I got these. Let me pull these out just to show you. Like, just take a gold beauty. Okay. I've got these gold beauties. And just put a gold beauty on there with a gold ear wire. Maybe put a small round at the bottom. And you're done. You've got a beautiful pair of earrings. And if you sell your jewelry, you can sell that for much more than you paid for it. Mark it up to $18, mark it up to $24. Like, just imagine. So pretty. I've just sold 2 more of the 11s. Thank you so much. Suzanne says this horn has died, right? How is this so lovely? I know. It is. I do believe it's died. I'm pretty sure. I don't know, to be completely honest with you. Andrew, can you answer that? Are you still down there listening? I'm pretty sure it's died. I don't think the horn is red naturally, but I also don't know for sure. I should have asked. I just was blown away by how beautiful it is, so I just grabbed it and went with it. Suzanne says the New Orleans market would support about $20 or so. Yeah, I believe it. Throw on a gold thing. Andrew said this is dyed, so there you go. I don't know how they do that, and they keep the beautiful color or the beautiful kind of reflections in there and the luminosity. So pretty. Suzanne says, I'm not complaining, I'm loving it. I know you. You don't mind the dyed stuff when you know, right? As long as you know. And at that price, that's a deal. Because if it doesn't sell, I'm probably going to make some earrings when I get some free time. Which, who knows when that'll be, friends. But when I do, I'm just going to make them into earrings. Maybe before our show this weekend. Who knows? Maybe I'll have some earrings on the table just to see. We just sold the Morganite. Thank you so much. And JT4 has just sold. Andrew said, there's a golden horn that's not dyed, but this red is. Supposedly it's naturally shed, and they boil the color in. Huh. There you go. Yeah, these are supposedly naturally shed from the vendor we get these from. So, we try to make sure that, that's what we're told. That's what we go by. I think nothing is killed just for that. Suzanne says, what is free time? I know. We're very lucky to be very busy. That's what I keep trying to say, keep trying to tell myself. Very lucky to be very busy, right? Thank you for everybody grabbing some stuff here tonight. It all helps go toward building up, being able to get, hopefully, some of this buyout. We're still trying to save for that. We're pushing hard. I just dropped another one. Oh, look at this. I've got cylinders now in the red horn. And again, some of these are bigger than others, but we're doing them all for $2 a pair. Andrew made me. So if you like these, thank Andrew for the deal, because these would have been $4 a pair is what I wanted to do. 2, 4. So there's 6 of these pairs available. And these are these amazing cylinder shapes. I think more than earrings on these, I think these would be, I was talking about the fish chain necklace. I think if you hung some of these, where'd that one go? Get a few of them and dangle these from a chain on your neck, right? I think those would be super cool. Hanging from chain, dangling down, beautiful color. NJT 13 at $2 a pair. That's a great little accessory to put on a necklace. dangle a few down, or make some earrings, you know, whatever you want to do. Do what you want to do. Do you. But I think those are beautiful. We've sold one of the 13s. Thank you so much. And now I do have the golden horn, or a golden horn, here in the same shape as 13. Let me grab this. Come on. Whoa! So it's these cylinders in that kind of golden brown color. They're running off of the table. They're running off of everything right now. Whoa! I'm hitting everything. Getting a little bit wild over here. Where did that one go now? Okay. I didn't even hear it fall, but I know it fell. There it is. All right. Let's put this back up here. So we've got this beautiful golden color. And I love this too. This is great. These are great autumn colors, which I think is why I was also drawn to them right now. These are also $2 per pair. And I've got 6 pairs of these ones. And you can't see them. So let me put away something here. Let me find a bag to put away these other scarabs. We just sold one of the 14s. Thank you so much. Andrew says we're going to have to get power strip and put the extra light on. I know, right? Gotta get that power strip back up here, get our other lights going. All right, let me put these away. These are the scarabs. I'm going to put the fish away too. Let's move them. I think there's 1 strand of fish left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we sold 5 strands of the fish. We've only got 1 strand left. Maybe I won't have a strand to make something of my own with. I'm not going to be making many earrings. I've only got 1 left. All right. So 11 are these conical shaped red horn beads. We've got a few of those ones left. I think I have 3 pairs of those left. Andrew says, has anyone seen Michelle? Yeah, I feel like I haven't seen Michelle's name pop up lately. You're right. NJT 12, $2 a pair. I know she was going through some harder times with her health, so hopefully everything's okay. We have these ones. Surprisingly, not sold many of these. I still have 4 pairs of these available. 4 pairs of those. This is one of my favorite shapes. What? Suzanne says, no, haven't seen her. And then we have the 13s. We still have 5 of those available. And then we have the 14s, which are the golden color. Golden horn. This is the natural color. It's not dyed. Isn't it beautiful, the natural horn? So there are those. And then I've got 1 more strand, and they are drops, y'all. I saved these for last. So these are these beautiful drop in natural horn. Let's see. Andrew says, I know some folks have been taking social media breaks lately too. Yes, let's take care of our mental health, right? Sometimes we need to do that. NJT 15, $2 a pair. And I've got 1, 2, 3, only 4 pairs of these available. 4 pairs of these. I'm going to move this up just a little bit. There we go. Get these more in the screen. These are beautifully stunning horn drops. Beautiful quality. Drilled horn drops. I've not been giving you all the size on these, so let me go through now. Now that I've shown them all, I'll give you sizes for those of you who might be wondering, like, what the heck size are these? All right, so these ones at their widest are about 9.5 by 20.5. These ones, little lozenges, are about 9.5 by 20.8, close to the same size. These ones are 10.5 by about 19.5. These are the same. And then these ones are 10.5 by 25. Let's see, we've just sold another 14, is that correct? Is somebody claiming 2 of those, or did you mean 15? I just want to make sure, because I see you've already gotten a 14. And somebody, okay, the last of the fish have just sold. Thank you so much. The fish are sold out. Okay, somebody, they meant 15. That's what I thought. Okay, so 15, we've just sold one of those. We have 3 of these available. Oh, we just sold 2 more of those, so we just have 1 of 15 now available. One of 15 now available. Okay. All right, let's see here. Okay. Just, sorry, sending email, just checking people writing emails. Good. All right. So these are the horn beads. 3 colors, or 3 shapes in the red and 2 shapes in the golden horn. All right. Okay. Now, gotta find bags for these. Not easy. Running low on bags. Taking some other things out of bags to make room. Let's see here. Put these away. Suzanne says, I've heard working with horn is smelly. I don't know for sure. To work with it like we do, no, but to actually shape it and drill it, I think is. I think so. Andrew says, I haven't noticed smell. There's no smell on these that I've noticed. But to if you're the one doing the cutting or drilling, possibly. I could see that. That would make sense to me. But then again, I haven't done that, so. Oh, we just sold 2 more of the 12s. Thank you so much. So I think that's 3 of the 12s out of the 5 sold, so we only have 2 of those left. Yeah, Suzanne says light carving and shaping. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, it's an organic thing, right? So a lot of times those kind of organic growing materials can have a weird or an odd or not so great smell if you're doing that work. I think these are really good prices on these. They really probably should be, like I said, they should be about $4 a pair, about $2 a bead. Andrew says, sometimes people will wash with vinegar, and since it's carotene, it'll soak up. Andrew says, yeah, bone and horn stink if they get too hot too. Yeah. All right. NJT16. I thought these are really cool. These are $10 a strand. I've got 4 strands available. They look like spiny oyster, but they're the fraction of the cost of spiny oyster. They're scallop shells. So I've been told these are the natural colors of the scallops. And they're scallop shells cut out into these little shapes. And these are little discs. These strands are about a little over 12, about 12 and a quarter inches or so. And these are 5mm discs. Andrew says, I walked around the show asking folks to smell my owl. Says, I have a carved owl in Roblox and it stinks inside. That's funny. But I love how these mimic spiny oyster in color and also in look. But if y'all know how much spiny oyster costs, these are, like I said, a fraction of the price. And these are scallops. Beautiful little discs of scallop. And they are NJT16. Suzanne says, Andrew, stop it. In class today, one of my students had the skeleton costume with the extra bone, if you know what I mean. Yeah, Andrew showed that before, right? Andrew says, Anchoy got so tickled every time I said it. Smell my owl. That's funny. That is funny. Okay. Oops. Camera dipped. All right. All right. Let's see here. I'm going to close this. Sorry, everybody. We sold one of the 16 so far. Boy, did it just do it again. It's trying to force me to take a break. Just hope they didn't get tangled up, get their extra bone tangled up. I can just imagine someone stepping on their bone, right? So we've sold 1 strand of these so far. These are really cool, I think. We have 3 strands still available. They're about 12 and a quarter inch strands of these beautiful scallops. Really pretty. I think they'd be really nice to add to a lot of things, or just make a really pretty bracelet out of them, right? Or use them in chunks as a design element between some gold spacers. Like, where are my gold spacers? I put them back already. What do I do with them? Down here. So, like, get out these gold spacers again. Nothing like beautiful little gold spacers, right? Get these out and use them in a chunk like this, and add a gold spacer in there, and then do another chunk of them, right? Add another gold spacer in there. You know what I mean? Like that, right? And make a beautiful bracelet with something like that, or hang them, make them earrings. I love these so much because I love spiny oyster, but I do not love the price of spiny oyster. And these are so similar, I think, and actually a little bit more colorful than some. So there you go. Scallops, scallop shell, beautiful colors. 5mm discs. Whoa. Yeah, 5mm. 3 strands still available. We've sold 1 so far. Thank you. Okay. Next up, I've got a few of these. I can get them. Come on, let go. These are just fun. Let me see. These are hand-carved coconut shell, dyed coconut shell, hand-carved leaves. I'm trying to figure out what order the adjectives come in that. And I have them in a few different colors, so I'm going to do each one as a separate lot. These are going to be super inexpensive. We're going to do them for $3 a pair. Hand-carved coconut shell leaves, and I have them in a few different colors. And there's only one. There's only one of each color, 1 pair of each color. And I'll give you some measurements and stuff afterwards, once I get them all out here. Andrew says, I think it's funny, but I could see how some people would be sensitive. Okay, and this is the last one. This is the natural color of the coconut shell. And then we have this color, the kind of burnt orange. Getting a new iPhone, want to accessorize with your new iPhone, there you go. You got that beautiful orange. Got the yellow, kind of fall yellow. Beautiful bright limey green, and the teal blue. So NJT 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21. That doesn't look like a 21. There we go. And the size on these, they are about 36.7 millimeters long and 18 millimeters wide. Diane says citrus colors. Yeah, there are some good citrus colors in there, right? 19 has just sold. Thank you so much. Suzanne says, Andrew, it is a senior center. The residents thought it was hilarious, but he couldn't walk very well. It's funny. So 19 has sold. Thank you so much for grabbing that. Anybody else want to grab any of these while they're available? Trying to dig for some bags here while we're seeing if anybody else wants any of these. So the yellow ones have sold. We've still got the teal, the lime green, the beautiful autumn orange, and the natural brown, which is really pretty. And you can really see the kind of veining, or whatever you call it, of the coconut shell in the brown. You can also see a lot of that in the orange. kind of hidden more in the other colors. I'm going to put 14 away. That's this horn. And let me find another bag here. And I mean, look how fun, like even with like these together. Like I think those are super fun together, and you can mix and match if you wanted to do like the scallops with the leaves, start making a necklace or some earrings. Really fun. Oh, we just sold 20 and 21 as well. So 19, 20, and 21 are sold. Thank you so much. Move these down here to save some space. And I'm going to put away these other ones, maybe, if I find bags for them. Okay. NJT22. All right. These are super cool. I was told these are called mink beads. It's the process that they do on these. And Andrew is giving you all, again, a really awesome price. I was going to do these at $8 a strand. He's doing them for you for $5 a strand. And so these are mink beads. They are I've been told these are a shell. They start out as a shell. And then they put it in hydrogen peroxide, and that kind of bleaches it, but also kind of softens it. And then they apply the color. And you get this kind of almost iridescence off of it. I don't know if you can see it much on camera. There's a really nice light quality to these. They're not the same size, right? These are different shapes. They're good for playing around in kind of chunks with each other. I think they look really cool. I love them. So maybe you will too. I think they're really cool. I think the process is kind of cool in the way that they're made. NJT22. I have 4 different colors of this size. This size is about 6.5 millimeters. Yeah, 6.5 millimeters. And I do have a few of each. I don't know how many of each color. I didn't count them all out. But I do have a few of each color. So if you want more than one, you can say so. At $5 a strand, they're really cool, and I think they're colors you don't see very often, which is the other nice thing about these. These are 16-inch strands, by the way, so they are full strands, and only $5 each. NJT23. That's Andrew giving you all a good deal on these again. I'm just going to put these next few tags out. NJT24. NJT. I think there's about 3 of each color. There's not a lot. I can't remember. I just have a little one bag. But I think there's about 3 of each color. So let me put the tags out. This is the next color. It's a really pretty kind of purpley color. And these come from the Philippines. And so, and I have been told, they assured me the color does not come off. That's why they do the process that they do with the hydrogen peroxide. And it works in that the color won't come off. And then we have this beautiful green. You can tell I was really pulling things for beautiful colors, right? Just different kind of colors. Colors you don't see very often. And I love these. They call them mink. I don't know if it's just, I don't know what, like it's a soft color. And this is the other color. It's a slightly more red, kind of brick red, brick orange. I don't know what, brick red or brick orange. But those are the 4 colors. Now they do vary a little bit in size. Like this one feels like it's a little bit bigger. This is 6.7 millimeters. And this one feels a little bit smaller in some points. It's about 6.6, 6.2. They do vary a little bit, but they're super pretty. We've just sold one of the 22s. We've just sold one of the 23s. Thank you so much. They're just something that I don't see very often. So I was enamored with the kind of, they're kind of like, some of these are pastel-y, but they're also they feel very autumn because of like, I don't know what you call it. It's like it feels velvety. Like it doesn't feel velvety. It looks kind of velvety, or like I love the softness of the look of the shell. It's not like bright. Like this shell, you can see the scallop shell. You can see it has a shine to it, right? On the edges. It's not the same as these. And that's with the hydrogen peroxide process. It kind of dulls it out a little bit, but then it allows it to accept color and bleaches it out so it can accept the color. So NJT 22, 23, 24, and 25. Now, I also have larger sizes, but they did not have many of these to grab. So I have very limited quantities in that. Okay, let's see. We've sold in 23, another 23, and a 25. We've also sold one of the 24s. So thank you so much, everybody. And I was going to do these ones at 12, but Andrew said to do them at 8. NJT26, he wanted to give you all a deal. So let me put away the scallops. Oh, we just sold another 25. Thank you so much. Oops, that's not the right place. Where does this go? Move these down. Suzanne says, this show is full of unique items. I tried. Some of these things I pulled from the show. Like I said, some of these things we mixed with some of the things we have. in our collection, and we tried to put together a show of just, different stuff tonight and give you like exceptionally good prices on these. NJT26, this is the green color, but in the larger size. So these are approximately like 9.5 millimeter, and they're done the same way. I do only have one strand of this one strand available. That's it. I'm actually going to put that on my little paper so that I know I've only got one of those for sure. And that's NJT26. NJT27. One strand of this color, and this is a different color from all the other ones. This is a beautiful deep kind of velvety purple in the larger size. Aren't those, that's such a pretty color. Like mixing it with this, or I love it like kind of with this color. They're just so velvety looking, like, oh. And I think that's why they call them mink, because, like minks have that velvety fur, and they call it kind of a mink. I don't know. That's what I'm guessing. They didn't tell me why they call it mink. That's just what they said they call it. And there's only one strand of that color also. Andrew, you gonna be ready with some paintings soon? I think I'm gonna try and pause around 30 if you're gonna be ready with some things. I can go a little bit. I'm probably gonna go a little bit more because I did tell Teresa that we're gonna do some of Harry's bowls tonight too. Gotta make room. Already got a room on the table. Okay. How about I do it this way? Let's do, so I can combine these a little bit that way. So I'm running out of bags, so we're gonna fudge the setup a little bit. How about that? I don't know if that really gives me much more room or not, but NJT28. Now I've got two of the next two each of the next two. This is 28. And Suzanne says the mink beads would go with bone. Do you think? Absolutely. Yes. Yes. I don't know if I have any bones sitting around here anywhere, but yes. Those warm colors with that kind of finish. Yeah, I don't have any bone around to show you. But yes, I would definitely do that if it were me. This is the brick color. It was 25, but in the larger size. I've got two of these available. NJT28. These are also very light because they're shell. So you can do a lot of things with them without them being too heavy. Like look how they they kind of splay out if you use them as a bracelet, oh, I like that a lot. Look how cool that is. Now, what would you pay for a bracelet like that? More than $8. More than $8. And you can get a bunch of bracelets out of that one. Andrew said there's a bunch of bone in the organizer next to the desk. Organizer. Oh, I see. Okay, let me go over there and get you some, Suzanne. We'll take a look. NJT29. I noticed he answered you, Suzanne, but not me. How about that? And he must like you better. NJT29. This is the purpley color, but in the larger size. 2 of these strands available. And now let me pull some bone beads. I wanted to pull a few different samples here. But here's some bone. And look how, like, with this purple, look how pretty a natural bone is. Like, I love, love, love with this 27, this purple. And let's take a look at it with some of these other colors. Oop. That's really pretty together. Look at that. Good call, Suzanne. I know you always say you have a problem with, like, combining and things, but your ideas are always so good. You claim to have problems with that, but I don't think you do. This is hard because my hand is throwing off, I think, the color in this one a little bit. But that's really pretty too. That brings out kind of those reddy colors in the bone, those deeper browns and almost reddish brown colors. If you've got some of that, and I know you've got some of that natural bone color. And then this one, let's see how well this works or not. Yeah, super pretty. That's really pretty. Suzanne says, thanks, I think I have trouble with patterns. Well, we'll see. But I don't think of you as somebody who seems to have trouble with patterns, but I know you think so. So there you go. There's some bone. Looks good with all of those. Only one of each of these two of each of these two in the larger size. Nobody likes the larger ones. Smaller ones are selling. The larger ones, nobody likes the larger ones. All right, that's okay. You don't have to like everything. You don't have to like everything I like. All right, let's see here. I'm trying to find some bags. Okay, let's put this away. This again, one more time. NJT22, only $5 a strand. 23, $5 a strand. $24, $5 a strand. See if I can find one more bag here, at least to put this one away before I bring out some of Harry's bowls. Let's see if I've got any more bags in this box. Ooh, I do. And 25 in this color, in the smaller, $5 a strand. Look at that. How can you not love the velvety glow of that purple? It's really pretty in person. I don't know if it's coming across on the screen as nice as it is. Any of these colors, really, the way that they kind of glow. Diane says the mink beads would look good with puka shell. They would look good with a lot of different kinds of shell. Like at one point, let me see, what do I got here? Like at one point we had some of these shell beads, and like, look how cool they are with those. And these are 2 whole, if you've got any of these from us. So you could like build these up in between, you know what I'm saying? Use them as spacers in between these. I'm trying to see if I can, this is a very long piece, but put them in between here, like use a few and space these out and kind of make maybe a spaced out bracelet with these. Oh, we just sold, what did we sell? We just sold 28 and 29, the two redder colors, red and deeper pink. Look at how pretty that is. It brings out, like, those have that red color in there, but you know what they also have? They have that green. Look at this green. And put that with those. Look how that green in the shell comes right out. So putting these, it's a good idea, Diane. Putting these with any kind of shell. I mean, puka shells would look good too. They're a little different. But putting these with any type of abalone or mother of pearl or a colorful shell like this will really bring the colors out even more. And here it is with the purple. Look at it bringing out those colors. So really cool. Just sold 28 and 29. Thank you. Let me find a bag for those somewhere. Move these over here. Let's use the big bag. 28 and 29 have sold. And 27 has just sold. The purple has just sold. We've still got one each of 28 and 29. Sorry, I probably shouldn't have taken those away because there is still one each. The 27 is sold, and that is final. There's no more of that one. I shouldn't have put 28 and 29 away yet. There's one of each of those, yeah. I got too overzealous. Oh well. I already put them away. That's okay. We're making room anyway. Let's do this. We have 28, 29. 29 is the last number, right? NJT30. We have some bowls from Harry coming up. These are Harry Wood ceramic bowls. Let's see here. NJT30 is this beautiful ceramic bowl. Now this one is it's a wobbler. There's no bottom, no flat bottom necessarily. So it stays in place under its own shape and weight, but it does have, it's a wobbler. But I love that actually. I wanted to make some bowls like this, and Harry just beat me to it, right? Really cool. Harry always has really great glazes. So this is NJT30, $24 for this. Andrew says you could make a wire ring. Yes, you could absolutely make just a wire ring around there to create a base for it if you wanted to. And NJT31 is this one, $24 for this bowl of Harry's. This one does have a base built in. There's that wonderful patterning down there under the base, so it's decorative down there. So that is NJT31 and NJT32. Probably, I don't know, this one's one of my favorites, but I really love 32. I love the glaze in this one. Look at how beautiful that is. I like those colors. I love these colors too, but there's something about this one. And that has a base as well. Not as decorative, but unless you're picking it up, you don't need that. Look at the glaze work on that. And that's more of a shallow dish. So that's NJT32. How you doing, Andrew? I'm going to start looking at the previous paintings you did. And then are you going to be ready to show more tonight or not? Tea light holders, says Diane. Absolutely. Absolutely. They'd be wonderful for that. Put them on your shrines. Put them around your house. This one might not be as great of a tea light holder because of the shape and the depth, but these two for sure would make great tea light holders. Andrew does have more. Okay, so he's going to have more art coming up. I'm going to start showing you all the paintings you may have missed from Andrew last week if you didn't see them. These ones I don't have numbered anymore. I took the numbers away and I don't want to mix them up. So I'm not going to give these numbers, but if you want them, take a screenshot of them and send us a screenshot. Or give us a very good description of them. And I can get you, we'll send them out to you. All right. But yeah, anyway, let's see here. I've got that one. All right, this is the first one. These are from Andrew's newest series. He's making some of these for the fundraiser we're doing for the buyout that we're trying to do, but also we have a show coming up of cryptids and creatures next weekend. Well, this coming weekend, actually. And so Andrew says, I would say give new numbers. I don't have enough room up here, Andrew. I would love to do that. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I can move things around up here. Okay. Yes, we're also doing a Halloween show as well. Halloween night. So that is, Andrew says just put them back in the tray. There's not enough room in that tray though, Andrew, not to keep the numbers with them. So I have to keep the numbers with them and take a picture of them all with the numbers so that I can make sure they don't get lost. I don't have enough bags to put things in. But I will give these new numbers tonight. NJT33. And now I got to look how much these were. They're going to be 52 retail, but we're making them 38 for you all. Let's see here. This is the next one. Nope, sorry. That one sold. That one sold. I thought Andrew grabbed these. These ones sold. And where's that? Where's the last one? There you are. That one sold. Okay. NJT34. This one. Oh, Harry's 31 and 32 have both sold. Thank you so much. So both of these dishes have sold. Thank you. NJT35. This one. And I'm just going to show them to you quick and then get the numbers written, and then we'll take a look at them closer, okay? So I'm just flashing them up real quick on the camera for y'all to see, and then we'll take a look at them a little bit closer. So this is 33, is the skeleton in the top hat. And by the way, these are approximately 2.5 by 3.5 inches, done on draft board. So it's a wooden material, nice and solid. This is 34. NJT 35. NJT 36. And NJT 37. Let me see if I can find bags for these bowls, maybe. So I don't use the papers with those. The ones that have sold. Let's see if this will fit in this bag or not. No. Will this one fit in this bag? Maybe. go. That one fits in that bag. Let me find a bigger bag. One moment. All right. Okay, I'm going to, well, I guess I have the video. I can go back to the video on these if I need to find them later. So I'm going to move them off of here now. Let's see, I can make them on a chair. All right, NJT38. What do y'all think of the paintings? Y'all like them? What do you think? Some of them are super cute. That one's super cute. Like his brain sticking out there. Super cool. Suzanne likes them. Thank you for your comments. I appreciate that. And this is Love Andrew's little creature paintings. Look at that little happy creature. Just doing happy things. Maybe sinister things. Isn't that the creepiest when they're like, they look happy, but then you know they're sinister, doing up to no good? Maybe that's what that one's doing. I don't know. Susan says the creature paintings are lovely. Thank you. Look at that one. I cannot believe this one didn't sell the first time we showed them. This is one of my favorites. The Mummy. There's so many beautiful colors in that. I'm going to show you, like I said, I'm going to put them down here and I'm going to show them to you a little bit more in depth. Who doesn't love candy corn? I don't love candy corn, but I love this little candy corn person or creature. So that's 42. This is 38. $39. I love these because I just imagine them like all living in a neighborhood together. Like I imagine this one like this is a dad coming home from work, right? And then, like I can see them living in a suburban neighborhood somewhere. And they all just kind of live together and go to work, and you know they need their own little story. Look at the colors. It's not just like white or brown. Like there's a lot of color that goes into making that look like white or brown, right? Let's see what Susan says. Maybe they have a creature commune somewhere. Maybe, right? Like just imagine them getting in their cars, going to work. Just so much fun. Remember, these are all introductory prices for you. The real retail price on these is $52 each. But for you all on the live, we're keeping them to $38 for now. Maybe they work from home, creature influencers or something, right? Maybe. I can see them being creature influencers, right? This is 43. This is 44. I love this one. Andrew doesn't often put words like that on many of his things. I thought that was interesting, and I like it a lot. And this is 45. Oh my, how many more did you bring?
10.
Oh, okay. That would get us to 55. I was hoping it was a nice even number like that. Tori says, if you had a toy Fisher Price bus, you could put them in the seats, right? Stand them all up in the seats, make them go to school together.
That'd be cute.
That'd be super cute. All right, so these are the ones we showed last week. And now Andrew has a new batch of 11, it looks like.
Oh, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. I
He
guess
did-
he'd finish one.
He did more than he thought. All right, so let me put these ones away. Let me show you them a little closer, right? Kind of did, but... How you doing?
It's nighttime.
Yeah, I know. Got the pain going, probably.
It's fine all day, and then all of a sudden...
Love that paint texture, says Susan.
Thanks.
NJT46. Okay, remember, these are the first time. Let me put up some papers first. NJT47. NJT40.
They look all fun together.
I know.
You know, I don't have any pictures of these.
No, you don't have any pictures yet. And they're going to cut more paper, too. Let me put some up so you're not looking at nothing. Look at this one. Look at this fun one. This cauldron. Burning cauldron.
I was going to make a creature and then have the fire be the with the bow tie, but I changed it.
Yeah, I think it's cute like that. So that's 46.
That one's a little bit different since you get to see all the way around it.
What?
Yeah, it's not like, you know, how most of the body kind of goes off the edge.
Oh, yeah, that one.
And then there's the hat, and that one's kind of different.
Let's see. Sue said, so the creature... Oops. So the creatures have their own community somewhere, and each one has a special talent or ability, right? Makes sense.
You're gonna see a little theme going with some of the ones coming up. So do you like my Frankenstein's monster?
Yeah, look at that one. Isn't that cool? Andrew, you are so creative, says Suzanne.
Thanks.
Look at this one.
His eyes are really glowing at me.
This one?
No,
Or Frankenstein? Oh, yeah. Yeah, they've got some glowy eyes. Susan says yes. Okay, let me cut some more papers here real quick. So what do you think, everybody? Andrew's been working very hard on these.
I thought they'd be really cute. I was gonna do some little sculptures, but I felt like this would be a little bit more accessible. But I still might do them, so who knows?
Right. I don't know what you're going to get up to in the middle of the night. Let's see here. Susan says there's a new Frankenstein movie coming out in early November.
Is it the Guillermo del Toro one? On Netflix?
Is that the one you're talking about, Susan? Guillermo del Toro on Netflix?
I want to watch it. I think it's out, maybe. I don't know.
Kimberly says, Love Them is 48 inspired by Ichabod Crane.
It
Could be.
We did watch The Sleepy Hollow.
We did. Susan says, yes, Guillermo del Toro. 49 is this one. NJT 50 is this one. We got some witches coming up.
And they're colorful.
They're very colorful. We got a red one. We've got the green one.
We had a blue one the other day.
Yeah, we had the blue one before. Okay. Let's move these away. Little Red Riding Hood, says Kimberly. Could be, right? If you want to see any more again, let us know. Diane's thinking the Sanderson sisters. Yeah, weren't they blue, green, and red? Isn't that what they wore?
I don't know.
It'd be like their earlier versions. NJT 51.
I think that they just have different colored outfits.
Kimberly says, or maybe little Winnie, Mary, and Sarah. See, she's thinking it too.
Well, that one looks more like that.
That one does look more like that. I was just going to say that.
Jessica Parker.
Uh-huh. That's 51.
See, he shows them all together. I was going to show them all separate.
All separate. NJT. It's the way our brains work. Like, if you're going to get a witch, you should see the witches that you have to choose from, right? Susan says the creatures can have their own YouTube channel.
I don't know about that.
Get to work, Andrew.
Just like sit still.
Get to work, Andrew.
Oh, you mean like animation?
Yeah.
Who's gonna? What team of 100 people is doing that? I can barely get these done.
That was
Some of these I think I did a good job on.
You even think you did a good job?
Yeah, because the light downstairs is not that good, and so sometimes I'm like, what did I make? And then I see them under brighter lights, and then you see all the colors.
You're like, oh, I made that. You do good work. What are you talking about?
I know, but like this skull with the candle on its head, I think some of the shading turned out pretty good. Like, because candlelight has a different look than like a regular light.
Sorry, everyone. I'm trying to squeeze one more in here. And I'm 56 tonight. With Dracula.
It doesn't have to be Dracula. It could be somebody.
Somebody else. Kimberly says, oh, the wolf for Red Riding Hood.
It's a werewolf.
It's a werewolf,
but
right?
Cute.
But cute. It is a cute werewolf. Look, it looks like Barnaby.
I thought that too. Because sometimes when he was a baby, we call him Puppy Cat.
Puppy Cat, yeah, I forgot about that. He was Puppy Cat.
He would kind of bark.
Yep. Kimberly said, Grimm's fairy tale creatures. Love it.
These are more Halloween.
Yeah.
But maybe one day I'll do Grimm's.
So there they are. If you'd like any of these, get them now before we take them to the shows.
Well, also, they'll help us get, I think tomorrow is probably the last day that we'll have to decide if we can justify the trip or not.
Yeah.
We'll still use the money to get new merchandise. It's just we won't get as good of a deal.
Yeah, it may or may not be as good of a deal.
I mean, I can still find a deal.
Of course. Of course.
But I can get more for the money if I go to one of our friends who's moving his warehouse.
Suzanne says, Barnaby is not a werecat.
Could be.
Maybe.
He has little
He's pretty cute.
lips.
He does. Kimberly says, I love them all. Okay, who won, Andrew?
It's downstairs.
Up. Up. She missed me so much.
Oh, well. I can't be chasing. Oh.
Up. Oh. It's okay. They'll be fine for a little bit. Come on, baby.
No.
Come on, baby. It's okay. Oh, hi, Barn.
They're just like yelling at you.
They're just coming to run over to me. They just want to see me. I know you think I left you again, huh?
Oh, wow.
No, I didn't leave you. No, I didn't leave you again.
Right, I'm gonna,
Go get the name. Yep.
downstairs.
Okay. So we're going to. Susan says, "Who is that?" We got Ida Bell in here. That's the one yelling at me. She missed me so much. She has been like glued to me today. Since I came back home. And Barnaby came in too. Barnaby came running in. Huh, buddy? Ida Bell. So Andrew's gone downstairs. He has the names for the giveaway. This is the giveaway we showed you earlier today. So we're going to announce the winner of the giveaway. You do not have to be here to win, but it's fun to hang out and see who won. What, baby? Come on. You can come up. Yeah. I know. Andrew said, who's ready? Poor Ida Bell, says Susan. I know. She's a sweet girl, huh? She's daddy's little girl. I thought she was going to be, Andrew's little girl for a while. Because she refused to be with me sometimes. But I think she's my little girl, huh? I think so. I missed you too, baby girl. Drum roll. Kimberly, you have won the giveaway. Congratulations. Thank you for entering. Thank you for all of your support. We really appreciate it. And so we will put your name on that, and we will get it out to you. You've got a package coming very soon, so we're going to get that out to you with that package. So congratulations, Kimberly. It says, oh, wow, thank you so much. You're welcome. Thank you for all that you do for us and all the support and all the sharing and all the good stuff, right? All right, everybody. I am going to get the spreadsheet done and get ready for my smoothie tonight and get ready to sleep. So thank you all so much for hanging out with us. We really do appreciate all of your support. And we will see you back here tomorrow around 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time with another fun live and a good chance to hang out with lots of creative folks. Andrew says we're having another giveaway on Friday. So there you go. He's just decided we're having another giveaway on Friday. So stay tuned. All right, everyone. We will see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.